Okay, okay, just see on screen. So look here, very important things are here. Constitution of India, Lok Sabha election. Now the Lok Sabha, also known as the House of People, is the lower house of Parliament of India, which is bicameral, where the upper house is Rajya Sabha. Like Britain, we also have our parliament bicameral. We have lower house and the upper house. The lower house is called the Lok Sabha and the upper house is called Rajya Sabha. Okay. Point number 2. Members of the Lok Sabha are elected by an adult universal suffrage and they first pass the post system to represent their respective constituencies and they hold their seats for 5 years or until the body is dissolved by the President of India on the advice of the Union Council of Ministers. The House meets in the Lok Sabha chambers of the new Parliament House, New Delhi. Now, what do we mean by first past the post system? It means the voters mark one candidate as their favorite or first preference, and the candidate with the most first preference mark is elected, regardless of whether they have over half of votes, a majority. Point number 4. Currently, the Lok Sabha, that is the House of People, has 543 seats which are filled by election. Point number 5. Between 1952 and 2020, 2 additional members of the Anglo-Indian community were also nominated by the President of India on the advice of the Government of India, which was abolished in January 2020 by the 104th Amendment of the Constitution of India. Point number 5 is very important. Now, point number 6. The new Parliament building has a seating capacity of 888 for Lok Sabha. Point number 7. The new Parliament building has a sitting capacity of 384 for Rajya Sabha. The total number of seats in new Parliament building is 1,272. That is Lok Sabha chamber, we have got 888 seats, and Rajya Sabha chamber, we have got 384 seats. Now, point number 9. Architecture firm HCP Design Planning and Management Private Limited led the project with Bimal Patel as the architect of new Parliament building. This is very important. Bimal Patel as the architect of new Parliament building. Point number 10. HCP Design Planning and Management. Full form is Hasmukh C. Patel Design Planning and Management. Point number 11. The Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, officially inaugurated India's new Parliament building on 28 May 2023. I repeat this point once again. The Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, officially inaugurated India's new Parliament building on 28 May 2023. Now, point number 12. A total of 131 seats, that is 24.03%, are reserved for representatives of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Point number 13. In the Lok Sabha, India's lower house of parliament, 84 seats are reserved for scheduled castes and 47 seats are reserved for scheduled tribes. Point number 14. The quorum for the House is 10% of the total membership. The Lok Sabha, unless sooner dissolved, continues to operate for 5 years from the date appointed for its first meeting. However, while a state of emergency in India is in operation, this period may be extended by Parliament of India by law or decree. Point number 15. An exercise to redraw Lok Sabha constituency's boundaries is carried out by the Boundary Delimitation Commission of India every decade based on the Census of India, the last of which was conducted in 2011. The 18th Lok Sabha was elected in May 2024 and is the latest to date. Point number 17. Ram Suhag Singh was the first leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha from 1969 to 1971. Point number 18. In the first Lok Sabha, the single largest party in the opposition was Swatantra Party. Point number 19. In December 1969, the Congress Party O was recognized as the main opposition party in the Indian Parliament, and Ram Suhag Singh played the role of leader of the opposition. Now, very remarkable points about General Lok Sabha election 2024. Point number 20. 18th Lok Sabha general elections were held in India from 19th April to 1st June 2024 in 7 phases to elect all 543 members of the Lok Sabha. Point number 21. The results of India's general elections to constitute 18th Lok Sabha held from 19th April to 1st June 2024 were announced on 4th and 5th June 2024. Point number 22. The main contenders were two alliance groups of the incumbent National Democratic Alliance, what we say NDA, led by Bharatiya Janata Party, and the opposition, Indian National Developmental Inclusive Alliance, what you say India Alliance, led by Indian National Congress. Point number 23. In the Legislative House of 543 seats, the incumbent NDA National Democratic Alliance secured majority with 293 seats, which included BJP party's 240 seats, while the opposition, Indian National Development Inclusive Alliance, got 234 seats, including the Congress Party's 99 seats. On 7th June 2024, Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, confirmed the support of 293 MPs to Draupadi Murmu, the President of India. And on 9th June 2024, Sri Narendra Modi took oath as Prime Minister, having been elected the leader of the NDA alliance. Point number 26. This marked Sri Narendra Modi's third term as Prime Minister and his first time heading a coalition government. More than 968 million people out of a population of 1.4 billion people were eligible to vote, equivalent to 70% of the total population. Point number 28. 642 million voters participated in the election. 312 million of these were women, the highest ever participation by women voters. Point number 29. This was the largest ever election, surpassing the previous election, and lasted 44 days, second only to the 1951-52 Indian general election. Now, point number 30. The Legislative Assembly election in the states of Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Odisha, and Sikkim were held simultaneously with the general election, along with the by-election for 25 constituencies in 12 legislative assemblies. Point number 31. The absolute majority magic figure of the 18th Lok Sabha elections was 272. This is very, very important. This is called the magic figure. The absolute majority of the 18th Lok Sabha elections was 272. Point number 32. India has a multi-party system with two major parties, namely the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Indian National Congress, that dominate politics at the national level. The tenure of the 17th Lok Sabha ended on 16th June 2024. Point number 34. The Indian National Development Inclusive Alliance, that is India, comprising 26 opposition parties, was formed in 2023 to compete against the NDA in the elections. Now, point number 35, very, very important. Article 83 of the Constitution of India requires elections to the Lok Sabha to be held once every 5 years. Point number 36. Point number 36. The 543 MPs are elected from single-member constituencies using first past the first voting. Point number 37. The 104th Amendment to the Constitution abolished the 2 seats that were reserved for the Anglo-Indian community. Point number 38. The 104th Constitutional Amendment was enacted in 2019 and came into force on 25th January 2020. 39. Point number 39. In Arunachal Pradesh, a polling station was set up for the only registered voter in the village of Malogam, M-A-L-O-G-A-M, Malogam. Point number 40. As electoral laws stipulate that voting booths need to be within 2 kilometers, that is 1.2 miles, of any settlement. Point number 41. A polling station was also set up inside the Gir forest in Gujarat to cater for a single voter, that is a priest at a Hindu temple. Point number 42. Polling stations were also set up inside a wildlife sanctuary in Kerala, in a shipping container in Gujarat, and 320 relief camps hosting nearly 59,000 people displaced during violence in Manipur. Point number 43. For the first time, the Election Commission of India allowed voters with disabilities and those over the age of 85 to cast ballots from their homes. Point number 44. In Telangana, voting in some areas was extended by an hour more to allow voters to come at a more convenient time. Point number 45. In the final 48 hours before voting, campaigns are ceased. Point number 46. The election schedule for the 18th Lok Sabha was announced by the Election Commission of India on 16th March 2024, and with it, the Model Code of Conduct came into effect. So, the Model Code of Conduct for the 18th Lok Sabha elections came into force on 16th March 2024. Point number 47. The politics of India became increasingly bipolar in the run-up to the 2024 Indian general elections, with two major alliances emerging. The incumbent National Democratic Alliance, what we say NDA, and the opposition Indian National Development Inclusive Alliance, called India. Point number 48. 6 parties recognized as national parties contested the 2024 Indian general elections, and the 6 national parties are the BJP, the INC, Communist Party of India Marxist, CPIM, Fourth one is Bahujan Samaj Party, what we say BSP, and National People's Party NPP, and Aam Aadmi Party. These are the 6 recognized national political parties. Point number 49. On 15th February 2024, the Supreme Court of India ruled that the electoral bond system of campaign financing that was introduced by the Modi government in 2017 which allowed individuals and companies to donate money to political parties anonymously and without limits, was unconstitutional, saying that the process allowed donors to exert influence over policy making. Now, point number 50. Electoral bonds were a mode of funding for political parties in India from their introduction in 2018 until they were struck down as unconstitutional by the Supreme Court on 15 February 2024. Following their termination, a 5-judge bench headed by the Chief Justice directed the State Bank of India to seek the identities and other details of donors and recipients to the Election Commission of India, which was in turn asked to publish them on its website. Now, point number 51. The phase 1 voting was conducted on 19th April 2024, and repolling in 11 police stations of Inner Manipur was held on 22nd April due to violence. The 2024 Indian general election was held in Tripura in 2 phases. On 19th April 2024, that is phase 1, and 26th April 2024, phase 2, to elect 2 members of the 18th Lok Sabha. I repeat this point once again. The 2024 Indian general election was held in Tripura in 2 phases. On 19th April 2024, phase 1, and 26th April 2024, phase 2, to elect 2 members of the 18th Lok Sabha. Point number 53. At present, there are 2 MPs representing Tripura in the Lok Sabha, and they are Sri Biplab Kumar Dev and Maharani Preeti Singh Dev Burman. Point number 54. Sri Biplab Kumar Dev won the Tripura West constituency, and Maharani Preeti Singh Dev Burman won the Tripura East constituency. Point number 55. Sri Rajiv Bhattacharya from Tripura became the member of Rajya Sabha on 27th August 2024. So if a question is asked, how many MPs represent Tripura in the parliament, our answer should be 3. 2 for Lok Sabha and 1 member for Rajya Sabha. Point number 56. The phase 2 voting was conducted on 26th April 2024. Point number 57. The phase 3 voting was conducted on 7th May 2024. The voter turnout for the 3rd phase of Lok Sabha elections reached 65.68%. In this phase, 17.24 crore citizens comprising 8.85 men and 8.39 crore women were eligible to cast their vote. Point number 58. The phase 4 voting was conducted on 13th May 2024. Phase 5 voting was conducted on 20th May 2024. Phase 6 voting was conducted on 25th May 2024. And the phase 7 voting was conducted on 1st June 2024. 642 million people voted in the election, including 312 million women voters, making it the highest ever participation in a single election. Now, as I had mentioned, total number of seats won by the BJP bloc is 293. And who are the political parties that are the supporters of NDA? And you see this, the name of political parties been given along with their respective MPs. Bharatiya Janata Party 240, Telugu Desam Party 16, Janata Dal United 12, Shiv Sena Shinde 7, Lok Janshakti Party Ram Vilas 5, Rashtriya Lok Dal with the RLD 2, Janata Dal Secular JDS 2, Jan Sena Party 2, United People's Party 1, Assam Ganaporishad 1, Apna Dal 1, Sikkim Krantikari Morcha SKM 1, Hindustani Awam Morcha 1, AJSU Party or AJSUP 1, and Nationalist Congress Party 1. So total is 293. Point number 63. The Constitution 129th Amendment Bill 2024 and the Union Territories Laws Amendment Bill 2024 was introduced to give effect to one nation, one election, referred to the Joint Parliamentary Committee. I repeat this point once again. The Constitution 129th Amendment Bill 2024 and the Union Territories Laws Amendment Bill 2024 was introduced to give effect to our one nation, one election, referred to the Joint Parliamentary Committee. Now, results of the general election 2024. Very, very important. These points are the results of India's general elections to constitute 18th Lok Sabha held in April-June 2024 were announced on 4th and 5th June 2024. The main contenders were two alliance groups of the incumbent National Democratic Alliance NDA led by Bharatiya Janata Party and the opposition Indian National Development Inclusive Alliance India Alliance led by Indian National Congress. In the Legislative House of 543 seats, the incumbent NDA alliance secured majority with 293 seats, which included BJP party's 240 seats, while the opposition India alliance got 234 seats, including the Congress party's 99 seats. On 9th June 2024, Narendra Modi took oath as Prime Minister, having been elected the leader of the NDA alliance to BJP, though BJP lost its majority. Now, list of Lok Sabha general elections in India. So these points I have already discussed. Point number 64 we have already discussed. We may omit this one. Now, list of Lok Sabha general elections in India. Now, this is very, very important. Election year 1951, the first general election took place in the year 1951 to 52. Okay. And the total number of seats in Lok Sabha, there were 489 seats. Okay, 489. Out of 489 seats, the Congress party won 364 seats and Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister of India. So all these things you must note, okay? And this, the 2024, there were the 18th Lok Sabha elections where Bharatiya Janata Party and its allies reformed the government, and Bharatiya Janata Party got 240 seats out of 543. Now, here is the very, very important point, important facts and figures of 18th Lok Sabha election. Okay. Now, look here. There were 97 crore, 97 lakhs, 51,840 registered electors. These are very, very important figures, sir. There were how many registered electors? There were 97 crores, 97 lakhs, 51,847 registered electors, making a 7.43% increase from 91 crores, 19 lakhs, 50,734 in 2019. So we say that a total of 64.64 crore votes were cast. A total of 64.64 crore votes were cast compared to 61.4 crore in 2019. Now this is very important. Dhubri in Assam recorded the highest turnout at 92.3%, while Srinagar, J&K had the lowest at 38.7%, but this is up from 14.4% in 2019. Point number 2, Nota received 63,71,839 votes, 0.99% in 2024, and transgender voter turnout stood at 27.09%. Now, polling stations. In the 2024 Lok Sabha election, there were 10,52,664 polling stations, an increase from 10,37,848 in 2019. Now here you see, Bihar saw the highest increase in polling stations, that is adding 4,739, followed by West Bengal, 1,731. Repoll held only in 40 polling stations, that is 0.0038% of total polling stations, compared to 540 in 2019. The nominations. In 2024 Lok Sabha elections, 12,459 nominations were filed up from 11,692 in 2019. Then Malkajgiri, that is in Telangana, Malkajgiri in Telangana had the highest with 114 nominations, while Dibrugarh, Assam had the lowest 3 nominations, excluding Surat. Now, point number 71, women empowerment. In 2024 Lok Sabha elections, there were 47 crores, 63 lakhs, 11,240 female electors. That is 48.62% of total electors, up from 43 crores, 85 lakhs, 37,911. That is 48.09% in 2019. Highest percentage share of female electors in 2024, that is Puducherry, 53.03%, followed by Kerala, 51.56%. Now, Dhubri, Assam recorded the highest female voter turnout at 92.17%, followed by Tamluk, West Bengal, with 87.57%. The number of female electors per 1,000 male electors increased to 946 in 2024 from 926 in 2019. Now, state with the highest number of female contesting candidates is Maharashtra, 111, followed by Uttar Pradesh, 80, and Tamil Nadu, 77. Point number 72, inclusive elections. In the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, third gender electors rose by 23.5% to 48,272, and there were only 31,075 in 2019, with Tamil Nadu having the highest at 8,467. Now, voter turnout among transgender voters nearly doubled by 27.09% from 14.64% in 2019. The number of registered persons with disabilities, the PWD electors, rose to 90 lakhs 28,696 compared to 61 lakhs 67,482 in 2019. 1 lakh 19,374 overseas electors were registered in 2024, comparing to 99,844 overseas electors in 2019. Now, results in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, 6 national parties participating, securing a combined vote share of 63.35% of the total valid votes. The Surat, Gujarat constituency was uncontested. This is very important. BJP candidate Mukesh Dalal was declared the uncontested winner of Surat's Lok Sabha seat after Congress nominee Nilesh Kumbhani's nomination was rejected. Of the 3,921 independent candidates, only 7 were elected. Independent candidates received 2.79% of the total valid votes to 279 independent female candidates. The biggest victory margin in Lok Sabha election 2024. The biggest win title goes to Congress Rakibul Hussain, who won from Assam's Dhubri constituency with a margin of 10 lakhs 12,476 votes. He was followed by Shivraj Singh Chauhan of BJP and former Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, who won Vidisha constituency by over 8 lakh votes. Congress leader Rakibul Hussain defeated AIUDF, All India United Democratic Front Supremo Badruddin Ajmal by a record margin of 10,12,476 votes in Assam's Dhurbi Lok Sabha constituency. Badruddin Ajmal got 4,59,409 votes. In Maharashtra's Mumbai Northwest constituency, the Shiv Sena SS candidate Ravindra Daktaram Vaikar narrowly edged out the SSUBT Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray candidate Amol Gajanan Kirtikar. Both candidates garnered 47.4% of votes, but Vaikar managed to secure victory by a slender margin of 48 votes, amounting to just 0.01%. So, the lowest margin is 48 votes, and the highest margin is your 10,12,476 votes. Rakibul Hussain of the Indian National Congress had the largest victory margin, winning the Dhubri constituency by Assam by over 10 lakh votes. Okay, so these were the very final points in today's class on election. So there may be some MCQ questions in your examination. Now we will discuss about 50 MCQs today. And please unmute all so that they can participate, all can participate answering these MCQs. MCQs today. Please unmute them. Okay. Are you there, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll participate. We'll participate in answering these MCQs. Okay. Are you there, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's participate
Yes, sir.
in this. Well, let's participate. If you know the answer, you let me know. Okay. Question number 51. Last class we did up to question number 50. Today we solve from 51 to 100. All of you participate. Question number 51. In India, the use of VVPAT along with EVMs was first introduced in which election? Here the options are ABCD, 2012 Gujarat Legislative Assembly elections, 2014 general elections, 2019 general elections, 2010 Bihar Assembly elections. What do you think is the right answer?
Option B.
Option D.
2014 general election.
In India, the use of VVPAT along with EVM was first introduced in which election?
Option C.
2019 general election, sir.
The right answer is A. The voter verifiable paper audit trail VVPAT system was first introduced in the 2012 Gujarat Legislative Assembly elections as an additional measure to ensure transparency and credibility in the voting process. The VVPAT was used alongside electronic voting machines, allowing voters to verify their votes on a paper slip. After the success of its implementation in Gujarat, the use of VVPAT was extended to other elections, including the 2014 general elections and subsequent ones. Okay. Question number 52. In case of death of a candidate after nomination, but before polling, what does the election commission do? Can you answer this?
Postpone election in the constituency.
Postpone election in the
Yes,
constituency.
yes. The right option is C.
C.
Postpone election in the constituency. This is the right answer, sir. Could you follow? Very nice.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Question number 53. What is the name of the app launched by the Election Commission for monitoring election-related complaints? Can you guess?
Option C.
Option C.
Option C is the right
E-Vigil,
answer.
sir.
Okay, E-Vigil is the right answer. So E-Vigil stands for Vigilant Citizen. Okay. E-Vigil stands for what? E-Vigil stands for what? Vigilant Citizen and is a mobile application developed by the Election Commission of India. The app allows citizens to report violations of the Model Code of Conduct and expenditure-related violations during elections. Okay. Who prepares the electoral rolls for a parliamentary constituency? Can you guess?
Registration officer.
Can you guess?
Returning officer, sir.
Returning officer.
Returning officer.
No,
Electoral registration officer.
it is electoral registration officer. Electoral registration
Yes, sir.
officer. Now I tell you, the electoral registration officer is responsible for preparing and maintaining the electoral rolls. Okay. For a parliamentary constituency, the ERO ensures that the names of eligible voters are included in the electoral rolls and that any changes such as address changes or deaths are updated accurately. The returning officer is only responsible for overseeing the conduct of elections but does not directly prepare the electoral rolls. Got it? Which
Yes,
is the
sir.
question number 55. Now you tell me this.
Polling booth.
Which is the smallest unit for the conduct of elections in India?
Polling.
Polling booth. Right.
Constituency.
55, right option is C, polling booth. Okay, 56. The Election Commission can recommend disqualification of a legislature on the grounds of defection under which law?
Code of
Anti-defection law.
Anti-defection law, sir.
Yes, the
And it
answer
is
is Anti-defection
It is under
law.
10th schedule of the Constitution as
Very
well,
good.
where it talks
Anti-defection
about.
law is enshrined in the 10th schedule of the Constitution of India. Well said. Now, Tumar, what's your name?
Who, sir? Me?
Yeah, the boy who answered anti-defection law.
Sir, Suprajit Sinha, sir.
Okay, nice, beta. Question
Thank you
number
so much,
50.
sir.
Yeah. Question number 57. Can you answer this? Which of the following is the feature of the electoral system in India?
Proportional representation.
Pass, pass, post system.
Okay.
Support.
The right answer is first past the post.
Yes, sir.
Okay, first past the post is the primary feature of the electoral system in India used in Lok Sabha elections. Okay, could you follow? And elections to most state legislative assemblies. Now answer me this question number 58. Which provision allows election commission to advise president on disqualification of MPs?
Article
102.
102. 102.
It is Article 103. Article 103 of the Constitution of India gives the Election Commission the authority to advise the President on the disqualification of members of Parliament, MPs. Okay. But under Article 102 deals with the grounds for disqualification. So here the answer is Article 103. Answer me this. Which constitutional article deals with the conduct of elections to the Parliament and state legislatures?
Article
Question
327.
number 59.
327. Article 327.
7.
Article 324.
327.
327.
No, Article 324 deals with the superintendent's direction and control of elections. And Article 325 addresses the concept of uniformity of voters. So, which is the right answer here?
Article 327.
Article 327, sir. Yes, Article 327 of the Constitution of India gives the Parliament the power to make laws regarding the conduct of elections. Okay, to the Parliament and state legislatures. Okay. Question number 60. Can you answer this? Under which article can elections be challenged only through an election petition?
Article 329.
Article 329 is the right option. Article 329 is the right option. Very good. Now tell me this. Which Indian state is known for achieving almost 100% voter enrollment?
Sir, Goa.
Kerala.
Kerala.
It's a very, very important question.
Kerala.
Sir, Goa.
Goa, sir.
It is Goa. Answer is Goa. Goa is known for its impressive record of achieving nearly 100% voter enrollment. Okay. Answer question number 62. Which of the following statements about election commission is incorrect?
Option C.
Option C.
It's option A, sir. It has the power of civil code, sir. It doesn't have.
A, sir.
Option A.
It has the power of God.
Okay. No, option is correct because the election commission has the power of the civil code to summon witnesses, enforce attendance, and receive evidence in its proceedings. Could you follow?
Can disqualify a member of parliament.
Yeah, the answer is B.
Can disqualify a member of parliament.
Yeah, which of the following statements about election commission is incorrect? It can disqualify a member of parliament. This is incorrect. Could you follow?
Yes, sir.
It is because the
Yes, sir.
Election Commission of India does not have the direct authority to disqualify a member of parliament. You could follow.
Yes, sir.
It is the President of India who is responsible for disqualifying MPs based on the advice of the Election Commission under Article 103. Could you follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Question number 63. Which of the following election-related reforms was suggested by Dinesh Goswami Committee?
Introduction of
Can you tell me?
Introduction of
Nota? No.
Option D.
limiting election expenditure, sir.
Yes. The right answer is limiting election expenditure. The Dinesh Goswami Committee was set up in 1990 to look into the reforms in the electoral systems. And one of the key recommendations of the committee was to limit election expenditure for political parties and candidates. Could you follow? And this was to ensure that elections remain fair and not overly influenced by money power. Okay. Question number 64 is very, very important. Very, very important. Question number 64. Which is the maximum number of voters an EVM can handle per polling station?
2000. 2000.
It is 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 or 3,000. What do you think?
2000.
2000,
Yes,
sir.
the
2000.
answer is 2,000.
2000.
A single EVM can record a maximum of 2,000 votes only. Question number 65. If a candidate contests election in multiple constituencies and wins both, what must they do?
Choose one seat.
Choose one
Sir,
seat, sir.
choose one seat.
Very
Choose
good.
one seat.
Choose one seat. Very good. So
Choose
this is
one seat.
according to the Representation of People Act 1951. If a candidate contests elections in multiple constituencies and wins in all, they are required to choose one seat. The candidate must then resign from the other seat or seats. This ensures that the candidate does not hold more than one seat in the legislature at a time. Okay. Elections in India are based on which system?
Proportional representation.
No.
First the post.
I discussed this question.
First
It
past
is
the post.
first past the post system. Do not forget.
Proportional.
Okay. Proportional
sir.
representation comes during the time of president elections and other things. Okay, sir. So you remember this, in India, the first past the post FPPP system is used for the elections to the Lok Sabha, that is the lower house of parliament and state assembly. In this system, the candidate who receives the highest number of votes in a constituency wins the election, even if they do not secure an absolute majority. This system is simple and widely. This system is used in UK and US as well. Okay, tell me this, 67. Which
PN
landmark
session.
case
PN session
proclaimed the
versus Union of
independence of the
India.
Election Commission in India?
TN
SS
session versus
Dhanwa
Union of
versus
India.
Can you
In
guess?
Union
India.
of India. SS Dhanwa versus
TN
Union
session.
of India.
The
TN
answer
session.
is TN session versus Union of India,
1992.
1995 case. In the TN session versus Union of India 1995 case, the Supreme Court clarified that the Chief Election Commissioner is not superior to the other election commissioners. It emphasized that all election commissioners have equal powers and decisions should be made collectively. This case strengthened the autonomy and independence of the Election Commission of India by ensuring that no single individual could dominate the body. Okay, could you get it? Okay, question number 68 again important. How
14
many
days?
days? How many days before the election must a candidate file their nomination papers?
14 days.
14 days.
14
It is
days.
14 days. Very good. Electoral bonds were introduced in India in which year?
2018.
2019.
2018.
2018.
2018, sir.
2018. Very, very important, sir. ये सब आ सकता है आपके TCS के एग्जामिनेशन में 18 तारीख का एग्जामिनेशन में आ सकता है. Very important. Question number 70. Question number 70. A person is disqualified from voting if he or she.
B, sir, B.
Option B.
B, sir. B,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Unsound mind. Unsound mind.
Yes, he is of unsound mind and so declared by competent court. Okay, and this is stated in Representation of the People Act 1950. Okay, now a person is disqualified from voting if, so there are 4 conditions. 1, they are not a citizen of India. Point number 2, They are of unsound mind and declared so by a competent court. Third, they are disqualified due to corrupt
Criminal.
practices or offenses related to elections. Okay? Question number 71. What is the main role of the chief electoral officer at the state level?
Managing
Managing-
election procedures.
Managing election.
Managing election procedures.
The answer is managing election procedures. 71B, managing election procedures. Okay. 72, sir. Which of the following statements about the Election Commission of India is correct?
Sir, D.
It is a permanent body, sir.
The permanent body.
It is a permanent body. Very good. Question number 73. Who can challenge the election of the President of India? Who can challenge?
Any
Only
eligible
a-
voter in
Eligible
presidential
voter
election.
in presidential election.
Huh?
Any
Any
eligible.
eligible
Any eligible voter.
presidential election.
Very good. Very good. You could answer this tough question. This was a very tough question. All of you could answer this. Any eligible voter in presidential election. Do you know in which article it is contained? It is contained in Article 71. According to Article 71 of the Indian Constitution, the election of the president can be challenged only through an election petition presented to the Supreme Court, and it can be filed only by a candidate or an elector. That is, a person eligible to vote in the presidential election, such as member of parliament and members of state legislative assemblies who form the electoral college. Okay, this is again a tough question. Which constitutional provision mandates elections based on adult suffrage?
Article
326.
326. Article 326.
Article 326. Very good. You must be aware of all these articles, sir. Article 326. Okay, 75. The Election Commission holds elections to which of the following offices?
President, Vice
Attorney
President.
General of India.
President and Vice President.
Attorney General of
President
India.
अरे किसने कहा Attorney General of India? गलत
The
है.
President and Vice President.
Only
Vice
President and Vice
President.
President. Okay. Now you should always remember Article 324. Article 324 states that the Election Commission is empowered to conduct elections to the offices of President, Vice President of India, along with elections to the Parliament and state legislatures. Mind it, Article 324 does not allow the Election Commission to conduct elections for positions like the Prime Minister, Chief Justice, or Attorney General. Could you follow me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Question number 76. Which constitutional amendment made it mandatory for elections to panchayats and municipalities to be conducted by state
73rd and
election
73rd and 74th Amendment
Very
Act,
good.
sir.
73rd and
74th
74th.
Amendment.
Very good, very good. Which article deals with elections to the parliament and state legislatures?
Article
Sir,
324.
328.
328.
Which
24.
article, beta?
Article 328.
No.
Article 324.
No. Article
Article
327. Could you follow?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Article 327 of the Indian Constitution gives the Parliament the power to make laws regarding the conduct of elections to the Parliament and state legislatures. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, Election Commission ensures secrecy of voting by using
Ballot paper.
Papers and EVM.
Ballot papers and EVMs, sir.
ballot papers and EVMs.
Ballot
Could you follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Question number 79. Which electoral innovation was introduced by the Election Commission in 2015?
Photo electoral.
Nota.
Nota, sir.
Nota, sir.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now the
sir.
answer is both Nota and photo electoral rolls in 2015. In 2015, the Election Commission of India introduced several significant electoral innovations to enhance transparency. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so answer
Yes, sir.
is what? Nota Also photo electoral rolls. There's another one that was your NERPAP, that is National Electoral Roll Purification and Authentication Program. Okay, question number 80. Which of the following is the quasi-judicial function of the Election Commission?
Deciding on dispute relating to recognition of parties.
Very good. Deciding on disputes relating to recognition of parties. That comes under a quasi-judicial function of Election Commission. Good. EVMs are manufactured by which two government
ECIL and
companies?
BEL.
HAL and BEL, sir.
BAL.
ECIL and
ECIL
BEL.
and BEL.
The electronic voting machines, EVMs, used in Indian elections are manufactured by Electronics Corporation of India Limited, what we say ECIL, and Bharat Electronics Limited, that is we call BEL. Both of which are public sector enterprises owned by Government of India. Got it, all of you?
Yes,
Follow?
sir.
Sir.
What is the full form of
Yes, sir.
ECIL? It is Electronic
Electronics Corporation of India Limited.
Voting
India Limited.
Machines. Electronic voting machines. Okay. Which organization certifies the software used in EVMs?
CDEC.
Check.
Tell me.
A, sir.
A is CDEC. What is CDEC? It is the Center for Development of Advanced Computing. This is responsible for certifying the software used in electronic voting machines in India. Okay. So CDEC ensures that the software is free from any malpractices or tampering, ensuring the integrity of the election process. Okay. Answer me this. Question number 83. In which case did the Supreme Court rule that the CEC cannot be removed except by impeachment?
Option B.
SS Dhanwa versus Union of India case, sir.
Very good. SS Dhanwa versus Union of India case. In the SS Dhanwa versus Union of India case, in which year it was, you know, 1991. 1991, the Supreme Court ruled that the Chief Election Commissioner of India cannot be removed from office except through the process of impeachment under Article 324 of the Indian Constitution. This decision emphasized the independence and security of tenure of CEC, Chief Election Commissioner. Okay. Answer me this, 84, question number 84. A recognized political party loses its recognition if it fails to secure.
6% of
total votes and
Sir, B.
wins to
Yes, B, option B, 6% of total votes and wins 2 seats.
2 seats.
two
Very
states.
good, very good. Okay, at least it should win 2 seats in the Lok Sabha. Okay. 85, question number 85. Which constitutional amendment provided for multi-member election commission? Multi-member election commission.
44th.
61.
61, I think.
No.
44.
44th amendment.
No.
Sir, it is Election
1989.
Commissioner Amendment Act 1989.
Yes, the answer is Election Commission Amendment Act 1989. Right. Question 86. Which of the following cannot be a ground for disqualification for contesting elections? You think twice and
Not having a degree, sir.
Huh? Degree is not required.
No, sir.
Insolvency.
Are you ready? Are
Yes, sir.
you very much sure to answer this?
Yes, sir.
Insolvency.
Yes, sir.
Not
Yes, sir.
having a degree.
Not having a degree.
Yes, the answer is not having a degree. Which of the following cannot be a ground for disqualification for contesting election? The right option is not having a degree. As per the provisions in the Representation of the People Act 1951, a person can be disqualified from contesting elections only on the following ground. First one is unsound mind. Could you follow?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Second one is criminal conviction. Could you follow?
Yes, sir.
Third one is insolvency. However, not having a degree is not a valid ground for disqualification for contesting election. There is no requirement for candidates to possess a formal degree to contest election. Could you follow?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's discuss question number 87. You take your time and answer me. I give you much time to answer this. The Election Commission can advise disqualification of sitting MPs and MLAs under which section?
Section 8, sir. Yes,
Section 8 of Representation of People Act
Section
1951.
1951.
You think and tell me. You think and tell. So this question is there in your
102.
exam. What will you do?
Section A. 9A.
This question comes, what will be your answer? Let me tell you. Should I answer?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
C.
The option is C. Yes. Question number 87, answer is C. Article 102 of the Indian Constitution deals with the disqualification of members of parliament, MPs. This article specifies the grounds on which an MP can be disqualified, which may include being of unsound mind, having been declared an insolvent, being convicted of a criminal offense punishable with imprisonment for 2 or more years, holding an office of profit under the government. Okay. So the Election Commission may advise on the disqualification of sitting MPs and MLAs based on these grounds, but the final decision is rests with the President or Governor of the respective state. So question number 87, the right option is C. Which of the following powers is not enjoyed by the Election Commission?
Disqualification of candidates.
Very good.
C, sir.
Okay.
C.
It is B, sir. Which of the following powers is not enjoyed by the Election Commission? It is the disqualification of candidates. Could you follow? See,
Yes, sir.
see, you should try to understand it. Election Commission of India plays a pivotal role in the conduct of elections, including the conduct of elections, formation of electoral constituencies, and grant of political parties involved. It does not directly have the power to disqualify candidates. You got it, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Disqualification of candidates is usually done under the Representation of People Act 1951, which is based on provisions such as criminal convictions, holding an office of profit, or being of unsound mind. The Election Commission can advise on such matters, but the final authority lies with the President or the Governor, depending on the case. Could you follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Question number 89. Under which article can Parliament make laws regarding elections?
327.
Article
327. We already had discussion about Article 327. Oh, fine. In case of a dispute of presidential elections, who is the final authority to decide?
Supreme Court.
Supreme Court. Very good.
Supreme Court.
Very good. And which article states this? Supreme Court can Supreme Court has the power. Which article?
329.
No. This is according to Article 71. I have already stated this. In case of a dispute in presidential elections in India, the Supreme Court is the final authority to resolve the matter. According to Article 71, you remember this. According to Article 71 of the Constitution of India, any dispute regarding the election of the president is to be decided by the Supreme Court. Could you follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Question number 91. This is very interesting question. Can you answer this?
3.
What
Three,
is the
sir.
minimum number of members required in the Election Commission of India? Minimum number.
Three, sir.
One
Three.
option one.
Sir, B.
2.
3, sir. 3.
Three, sir.
Three, sir.
3 members. 3 members, sir.
Now you listen to me. You listen to me. The Election Commission of India is a constitutional body that is responsible for administering elections in India. Now, according to Article 324, what did we learn? Article 324, that means Article 324 of the Constitution says that the Election Commission can consist of one or more members. Could you follow?
Yes,
The
sir.
Election Commission initially had a single member, but now it typically consists of how many members?
3 members.
3 members. And the 3 members are the Chief Election
One chief
Commissioner.
election commissioner
Election
and two
commissioner.
other election commissioners.
However, the minimum number of members required for the commission is only 1.
Oh.
Could you follow?
Yes, sir.
Could you follow? It's only 1.
So
Maximum is
minimum will be
3.
1, na?
Maximum is 3. And minimum is 1.
One.
Minimum is 1.
Yes. Which of the following bodies assist the election commission at the district level?
District
District
election
election
officer.
officer.
District election officer.
Very simple. It is the district election officer.
District
DEO. District election officer. Question 93. Which among the following articles relate to the elections to state legislatures? You tell me this.
24.
No.
Sir, Article 170.
326.
Article 170. Very good.
Oh, 1.
Article 170 of the Indian Constitution deals specifically with the composition of the legislative assembly. Could you follow? Article 324 deals with the powers of the election commission. Article 325 deals with the single general electoral roll and no discrimination. Article 326 provides for elections based on adult suffrage. So here the answer is Article 170. In case of elections to the Rajya Sabha, members are elected by, tell me.
Indirect.
Indirect election.
Indirect election. Indirect election. Question 95. Who can disqualify a candidate after elections for corrupt practices? Corrupt practices.
Election Commission.
No.
Supreme
It
Court.
is by the High
Parliament.
Court. After the elections, if a candidate is alleged to have indulged in corrupt practices, the matter is taken up to an election petition. Okay. Such petitions are adjudicated by the High Court of the concerned state under the Representation of the People Act 1951. The Supreme Court may hear appeals against the High Court's decision. Okay, here is a question. Here the options are like, which year did VVPAT machines start being used in India on an experimental basis? Mind it, the question is on experimental basis.
2013.
2013. 2013.
C, sir.
Nagaland.
Can you guess?
2013.
2013 in
Yes,
Nagaland.
2013.
it is,
13
yeah.
in Lok Sabha in Nagaland.
Very good, very good. The voter verifiable paper audit trail machines were first used on an experimental basis in 2013 during a by-election in the Noxon Assembly constituency in Nagaland. Will you remember this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Noxon
In
Assembly constituency in Nagaland.
Nagaland.
Very good. Who can file an election petition challenging the election of a candidate? We have
Any
discussed
voter
it.
or candidate.
Voter or candidate in the election.
Yes, any voter or candidate in the election. But within how many days? Beta, within how many days?
Within 14
days.
40, no, within 45 days.
Yeah.
You remember, within 45 days. Okay, which of the following is an electoral offense under Indian law?
All of the above.
All of the above, sir.
Booth capturing, bribery, false declaration, all of the above. What do you think?
All of the above.
All of the above.
All of the above.
98, option is D, all of the above. Very good. Now 99. A candidate losing an election can challenge the result by filing an election petition within how many days?
45.
45 days.
45 days.
60 days.
No.
30 days.
I repeat this question once again. A candidate losing an election can challenge the result by filing an election petition within how many days?
30.
It is 30 days. 30 days. And this is there in the Representation of the People Act 1951. A candidate or any voter of the constituency, mind it, not only the candidate, but any voter of the constituency can file an election petition to challenge the result of an election within 30 days from the date of the declaration of the results by the Election Commission. Last question. Very interesting. Election Commission of India celebrated its first National Voters' Day in which year?
2011.
2013.
2011.
2011.
Let us see how many of you answer it correctly.
2013.
2011, option B.
Option B.
January 2011.
And the right answer is,
Option A.
2011. Election Commission of India celebrated its first National Voters' Day in which year? The
2011.
year
2011.
2011. Now you listen to me. You listen. I repeat once again. The Election Commission of India celebrated its first National Voters' Day on January 25, 2011. This date was chosen to mark the foundation day of the Election Commission, which was established on, Election Commission was established on, you tell me the date. Election Commission was established on which date?
1950.
January.
Huh?
1950.
25th January 1950, sir.
Very good. 25th January 1950. Okay. But the Election Commission has celebrated its first National Voters' Day in the year 2011. And the primary objective of National Voters' Day is to encourage greater participation of young voters in the electoral process and to raise awareness about the importance of voting. Got it, all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
today we could finish another 50 questions from the chapter elections in India. Got it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
All of you understood?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
within
Yes,
short
sir.
span of time, I'll be sending the PDF
Yes,
to
sir.
all of you, and you will watch it
Yes.
again in the YouTube. And tomorrow, see, I'll be releasing 150 questions. All of you will bring your mobile tomorrow. Do not fail to bring your mobile. I'll be sending 150 questions on Election Commission in your mobile, in your WhatsApp group, in the respective WhatsApp group. Could you follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
I will
sir.
not give you any paper. I will not give you any paper. You will see it in the mobile. Okay, we will have paperless class tomorrow. No paper. Could you follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
today itself, I will post this 150 questions. Okay, and you will go through this, and our sir will be there, and he will be answering these questions with some explanation. Got it? And no one
Yes,
should
sir.
miss. No one should miss
Hello, sir.
tomorrow's educational seminar. We'll start with English grammar. Partha sir will be holding his class from 9 a.m. So all of you be
Right,
there
Kamu.
by 8:45. Okay.
Yes.
Where is the venue? Where is the venue? You know?
No,
Nojul
Okay, Nojul
Kalakshetra.
Kalakshetra. Yeah, try to be there by 8:45, all of you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. How was the class
Okay,
today?
sir.
How was the class today?
Sir, good.